Kunming is often introduced with a beautiful nickname, the City of Eternal Spring. At first, that sounds like a simple travel slogan, the kind of phrase used to sell mild weather and scenic views. But Kunming is more than a pleasant climate. It is the capital and largest city of Yunnan province, one of the most distinctive regions in China. It is a political center, an economic hub, a transport crossroads, a research city, and a major tourism destination. Its importance comes from where it sits, high on the Yunnan-Guizhou Plateau, near Dian Lake, surrounded by temples, lakes, and karst landscapes, and positioned towards Southeast Asia. To understand Kunming, you have to see it as a layered city, shaped by geography, trade, war, education, industry, and constant connection. The first layer is climate. Kunming sits about 1,900 meters above sea level, just north of the Tropic of Cancer. That combination is unusual and powerful. Because the city is relatively far south, it avoids the deep cold associated with much of northern China. Because it is high in elevation, it avoids the heavy tropical heat that might otherwise dominate at this latitude. The result is a mild climate throughout the year, which explains the nickname City of Eternal Spring. This matters because climate is not just background scenery. It affects how people live, how cities grow, what kind of tourism develops, and how attractive a place becomes for residents, students, workers, and visitors. Kunming's pleasant weather helped turn a mountain capital into a livable urban center. Kunming's second defining feature is its role inside Yunnan. Yunnan is a province known for dramatic landscapes, ethnic diversity, border connections, and a location that faces towards Southeast Asia. Kunming acts as the province's political, economic, communications, and cultural center. That means many of Yunnan's decisions, institutions, transport systems, and economic links concentrate there. For people arriving in the province, Kunming is often the gateway, the administrative base, and the first major point of orientation. It is where provincial government, universities, business headquarters, cultural activity, and transport infrastructure overlap. In that sense, Kunming is not just one city among many. It is the command center of a much wider region, translating Yunnan's borderland geography into modern urban influence. The city's scale is also important. Kunming is one of the largest cities in western China. In the 2020 census, it had more than 8.46 million inhabitants, with over 5.6 million living in its built-up urban area. By the end of 2024, the resident population was about 8.687 million. Those numbers change how the city should be understood. Kunming is not simply a scenic provincial capital or a stop on a tourist route. It is a large metropolitan area with major infrastructure demands, a substantial labor force, expanding residential districts, and a growing consumer economy. A city of that size needs roads, rail links, airports, universities, hospitals, housing, power, and commerce. Its population gives Kunming weight in regional planning and makes it one of southwest China's major urban anchors. Kunming's landscape gives it a visual identity that many industrial or administrative cities lack. It lies near the northern edge of Dian Lake, with temples, lake views, and limestone karst terrain around it. These features create a contrast between the old and the new. The city includes an older urban core, modern commercial districts, residential zones, and university areas. It also has cultural landmarks such as the Golden Temple, China's largest bronze temple, dating from the Ming Dynasty. This combination helps explain why Kunming became a major tourism center. Visitors are not drawn only to one monument or one street. They are drawn to a setting where lake scenery, mountain air, temples, and city life are close together. The natural geography gives modern Kunming a sense of place. Kunming's modern importance began to accelerate in the early 20th century. In 1910, the French built the Kunming-Haiphong Railway, linking Yunnan to Vietnam. That railway was more than a transport project. It changed the city's relationship with the outside world. Rail lines can turn isolated or inland cities into active nodes of trade and movement. For Kunming, the connection to Vietnam helped open Yunnan toward international routes through Southeast Asia. Goods, people, officials, and ideas could move more efficiently across difficult terrain. This early railway connection also hinted at a pattern that would define Kunming for the next century. The city's prosperity depends heavily on being connected beyond itself, especially toward China's southern neighbors. During World War II, Kunming's geography became strategically vital. The city served as a Chinese military center and was connected to Allied operations in Asia. Wujiaba Airport became associated with the first American volunteer group of the Republic of China Air Force, better known as the Flying Tigers. Kunming was also a terminus for the Burma Road, a supply route that helped keep China connected when wartime conditions made logistics extremely difficult. This history reveals why Kunming's location mattered so much. It was not just a remote mountain city. It was close enough to Southeast Asian routes to become a lifeline. In wartime, roads, airfields, and geography can determine whether supplies arrive, armies move, and alliances function. In the present day, Kunming's cross-border role has shifted from wartime survival to trade, travel, and regional integration. The city is positioned as a transport hub in southwest China, linking by rail to Vietnam and Laos and by road toward Myanmar and Thailand. This makes Kunming one of the places where inland China connects to Southeast Asia. Its value is not measured only by what happens inside the city limits, but by the corridors it opens. A business based in Kunming can look south toward regional markets. Travelers can use the city as a starting point for Yunnan or a link to neighboring countries. For China, Kunming helps turn a mountainous southwestern province into a platform for international movement and commerce. Air connectivity strengthens that role. Kunming Changshui International Airport is among the world's top 50 busiest airports, which gives the city a level of access that matches its regional ambitions. Airports are important because they reduce the penalty of distance. A city that may seem far from China's coast can still attract tourists, conferences, investment, students, and business travelers if it is well connected by air. Kunming's airport helps transform its plateau location from a limitation into an advantage. Instead of being only a western inland city, it becomes a launch point into Yunnan and a bridge towards Southeast Asia and South Asia. The presence of several consulates from nearby regions further reflects this international orientation. Kunming is also an education and research center. Its universities include Yunnan University, Kunming University of Science and Technology, Yunnan University of Finance and Economics, Kunming Medical University, Yunnan Normal University, Yunnan Agricultural University, and Southwest Forestry University. The city also has an astronomical observatory. By 2024, Kunming was listed among the top 100 cities in the world by scientific research output. That detail is easy to miss, but it is crucial. Universities and research institutions shape a city over decades. They train professionals, attract scholars, support medical and technical development, and create a more skilled workforce. Kunming's academic base makes it more than a tourist city. It is also the intellectual center of Yunnan and a serious scientific hub in southwest China. Economically, Kunming combines location, administration, industry, and corporate activity. Many of Yunnan's major corporations are headquartered there, including companies connected to tobacco, copper, power, and banking. The city also has manufacturing sectors, such as copper processing, chemicals, machinery, textiles, paper, and cement. This industrial base shows that Kunming's economy is not built on tourism alone. It is tied to provincial resources, regional finance, logistics, and manufacturing. As China modernized, Kunming developed rapidly, with new commercial districts, high-rises, and luxury hotels. That growth reflects a broader transformation seen in many Chinese cities, older administrative and trading centers becoming modern metropolitan economies, while still carrying the imprint of their geography and history. Tourism remains one of Kunming's strongest public identities. The mild climate, Dian Lake, nearby temples, karst scenery, and historic sites make it an appealing destination. But tourism in Kunming is not separate from the city's broader development. Being designated a special tourism center encouraged hotel construction, urban upgrades, and a more polished visitor economy. The city's tourism appeal also supports its image as an accessible gateway to the rest of Yunnan, a province famous for landscapes and cultural variety. Kunming benefits from being both a destination and a staging point. Some visitors stay for the city itself. Others pass through on their way to explore the wider province. Either way, tourism reinforces Kunming's role as the front door of Yunnan. The best way to summarize Kunming is as a city shaped by connection. Its altitude and latitude connect climate with comfort. Its position in Yunnan connects provincial administration with borderland diversity. Its railway history connected inland China to Vietnam. Its wartime role connected China to Allied supply routes through Southeast Asia. Its modern railways, roads, airport, and consulates connect it to regional trade and diplomacy. Its universities connect local development with scientific research. And its lake, temples, and mountain scenery connect modern urban growth with older landscapes. Kunming is not famous for only one reason. It matters because all these roles overlap. The city of Eternal Spring is also a strategic gateway, a research hub, a tourism center, and one of southwest China's most important urban crossroads. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more explainers.